Welcome back, and thank you for making us part of your Wednesday morning. You know, Good Day is all about local, and the film industry in the Toledo area is alive and well. This weekend, check out the work of a number of local filmmakers who made their movies in just 50 hours. Filmmakers Joshua Lytle and Chris Wegman join us this morning. Thanks for being here today, gentlemen.
Yeah, thank you.
That's impressive, 50 hours. And you've been doing this for 13 years, this film festival, the Tree City Film Festival. Tell me who said, let's make them do it in 50 hours.
Well, so it was based on something that a lot of filmmakers are familiar with, which is the 48-hour concept. So in other words, a weekend. And I guess a way to sort of differentiate ourselves is we're going to do a weekend and some change. So
give them a little breather for a lunch break in there or something.
And we wanted to keep the alliteration, obviously, so 50 hours made sense.
50 hours. So yeah, essentially you're putting a movie together in a weekend.
Yes.
Which is kind of crazy. You all have both done this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you're going to show some of those this weekend, right?
Yes. Yeah. So we have 8 films, 8 teams this year who participated, and everyone had 50 hours, as we said, to do it, to pull it off. So the way that works is, we meet on a Friday, and that's where everybody receives their criteria. So they receive a unique genre, so that's unique to their film, but then obviously everyone gets, everyone shares a prop, a line of dialogue, and a character name.
Okay.
And as well as a location in Sylvania.
And so then when they submitted their films, all the films were judged by 3 local filmmakers that we found filmmakers in the area to be the judges.
Okay.
So they're judged by that, and then this weekend we'll watch them. There's a first, second place award and an audience choice, but also at the screening there's going to be local beer and raffle prizes. So it's usually just sort of a party where everyone gets to celebrate and watch films.
Yeah, eat some popcorn too,
Eat some
probably,
popcorn, definitely.
right? So you all have done this before. Did you at the end of the weekend go, were we crazy, or why did we do this?
Yeah, it's exhausting. We've done it enough times that we try to keep it manageable. We try to write on Friday, film on Saturday, edit on Sunday.
Okay. There's a method to the madness.
There's a method to it that takes some time to learn, but our wives and families are always happy to see us after the, after the weekend.
Look forward to that weekend and go, okay, I'm not going to see him for 50 hours. So the creativity that comes from this, because you start everybody off sort of the same way, but you got a lot of different genres, you got a lot of different ideas that came out of this?
Yeah, so I think this year we had a pretty well-rounded series of genres.
There's a sci-fi, there's horror, there's thriller, there's a drama, a mockumentary, comedy. No musicals this year.
No, yeah.
It was on the table, but no one got it.
No one was quite ready to write some music in 50 hours, but this is cool. Let's talk a little bit about the local talent here.
Of course.
These are all local filmmakers. You all are working really hard, doing your thing. But Toledo is kind of coming up in the film industry. How has that been working out for you all?
I mean, the way I would describe it is there's a small but mighty community here. In fact, just doing this for 13 years, we see a lot of the same faces. And then Chris and I also participate in other festivals in the area. So Maumee, for example. Sure. And we recognize a lot of people, and so we have this sort of cast of reoccurring characters, so to speak, when it comes to the film industry here. And
like the Film Toledo crew, the Film Toledo, they've been really helpful in getting out the message on filmmaking, and they support us, and we like to work with them. And,
How is this 50-hour challenge different or more exciting or more challenging or just different than the films that you all might work on over the course of an extended period of time?
Yeah, obviously, because it takes place in a weekend, it's a little bit more like a sprint than a marathon, right? So, in other words, if you're making a film, you might spend months or sometimes even years making it, and this is just a different exercise. And it really challenges you creatively to think, okay, what can we accomplish in this amount of time with these resources? And so,
time.
so it's a real exercise in time management.
And you know, you got to pull together a good team that you can trust them, you know, like this person's we're gonna write a little bit, and then, you know, I can take the edit, and this person's gonna act, like I'm gonna act, or, you know, if you've got acting friends, you know, you can kind of pull the team together that, you know, show up for the weekend.
And they're going to execute. They're going to execute that.
It's all got to get done.
Yeah.
You can't just put it off.
Do you ever take some of the ideas maybe from these films and turn them into something bigger down the road?
We haven't yet, but we've always talked about it,
Yeah.
you know, and it's always, because it is such a blur, you look back and you watch the finished product and you think to yourself, this is amazing, because this is something that wouldn't otherwise exist if it weren't because of this really sort of, you know, kind of
moment in time.
Yeah,
the criteria. And,
Sure.
And you know, as we said before, I mean, we're entering our third year and our 13th year, excuse me, and
Time flies.
yeah, and it's amazing because you look at all the films that just wouldn't have otherwise come into existence if it weren't for this competition.
Yeah.
And it's kind of amazing that we have, you know, I mean, literally hours of content that wouldn't otherwise exist.
Have been created. So you can come out and support these filmmakers, watch these films, see what they were able to accomplish in 50 hours, and then vote for your favorite one too.
right.
This is happening Saturday, right?
Yes.
What time and where?
Like you said, it's on Saturday. It's at Olander Park, specifically the Niederhauser Hall. Doors open at 6. Films start at 7.
tickets are $6.
Yeah,
Okay.
tickets are $6, and we expect the show to be about anywhere from 90 minutes to 2 hours.
Okay. And just come out and have a good time.
Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
Very
Yeah.
good. Gentlemen, thanks for being here today.
Thanks for
Thank you.
having
Appreciate it.
us.
Yep.